Hi there. Thank you for joining me. I want to talk to you today about self awareness in business. And for me, this digital marketing journey has been a learning curve, really, and it's been a joy also, because really and truly, my this journey for me started a few years ago, back in 2018, where I feel like the Lord was really preparing me for this moment, even where I am in this digital marketing space right now. Because back in 2018, I was diagnosed with a chronic illness that shook my world. And when I say it shook my world, I couldn't even care for myself. Everything, I had to have help with everything. I needed assistance walking, and at the time, I don't know if you can see this leather behind me. At the time, I was making leather handbags for individuals who wanted pretty much a bespoke bag. And I was still learning that business and, still growing in it, and was really excited because I really love sewing. And to have that taken away from me was, devastating to me. I got to a point, like I said, I couldn't walk. I couldn't do a lot of things by myself. I had to have help with everything. And one of the things that happened to me was the joint in my fingers allowed me not to be able to sew. So I couldn't use my hands. If I did, I was afraid that I was going to like sew my hand off. So, but I had to put it on pause. But during that time, I felt a nudge from God. I felt like He told me to create these videos. And at the time, it was videos to encourage women to break the fast. So I started creating videos. He told me to do it for 365 days, and I began that journey. And it was really really difficult at first because I felt like I was talking to myself, and I just could not uh, create these videos. But I said yes to Him, and so it was like I needed to do it, right? So I went on this journey and I began to grow. Not only was I growing in getting in front of a camera and speaking, not to say I did it perfectly, but I was growing in just getting in front of a camera and showing up. Not only that, but I was also growing in His Word, because I would give a little short, a devotional almost, to help people break their fast from the Word of God. And that fast wasn't just a morning fast, but maybe a person hadn't been reading their Bible for a long time, and they can break that fast by just starting to read. And so that was something that I felt led by God to do. And so I did it for 365 days. And during that time period, my condition, I got weaker and weaker. And, it didn't start out with me, just at a full blown, weak state. But I got weaker and weaker, and my appearance changed. Everything about me. Even I look back at videos, and it's just hard. It's hard to even see myself that way. And, my son told me the other day, he said, Mom, I was just looking at some of the videos that you created when you were doing the breaking the fast. He said, and he was like, it made him cry, because I just looked so different. And there were days where I was so tired. I was so fatigued and so exhausted and in pain, and just really didn't feel it physically, feel like I was physically able to get up and record. But I had a heart and I had a mind, and I believe God was growing me even at during those times, those that difficult time in my life. He was growing me and teaching me to that he can even give me the strength to go through it and to do it, even when I felt like I couldn't, even when I didn't look like what maybe people would say is camera worthy. But I did it. I showed up. I did it every day, and people were blessed. I felt like, maybe it wasn't touching a lot of people, but people were coming after the 365 days. I felt kind of lost, actually, afterwards, because I was like, Lord, am I supposed to continue, or will I be sinning if I continue? And so I had this little angst, about it. But people were coming up to me. And like I said, I think God was just preparing me even for this moment now, because this is digital marketing. And what am I doing? I'm speaking in front of a camera. I am talking about my product. I'm talking about my business, which is digital marketing. And so I believe He was preparing me even for this moment right now, in having this digital business. But people were coming up to me afterwards, or reaching out to me and saying, I want you to continue you're breaking the fast. I was blessed by it so much, and, all of that. But I was obedient to the time frame that God gave me. And I think that was a time that He was learning me, and He was teaching me, and He was encouraging me and strengthening me and letting me know that even when I feel like I'm weak, even when I feel like I can't do it, even when I feel like I don't have everything that I need, and that it doesn't look like what everybody thinks it should look like, that I can still do it. And I want to encourage you with that same thing. No matter where you are, you need to be aware of who you are right now. You need to be aware, have self-awareness, that, maybe you're at the beginning stages. Maybe you are of using your gift, or maybe you've been using it, and God is nudging you to go further, and you're a little fearful or a little apprehensive because you feel like you don't have it all. Well, I want to encourage you and let you know you have it all. If God is directing you to do it, then He's going to bring you through it, just like He brought me through to that 365 days, that whole year, and everything that I was experiencing, everything that I was going through. He was present. He was there. He was giving me direction. I was hearing from Him, and in His presence. But not only that, but I was showing up with Him. I wasn't alone, and you're not alone. When you go with God, He goes with you. He goes before you, so that you can have everything that you need to do the work that He is calling you to do. So I don't know what your gift is. Maybe maybe you don't know what your spiritual gifts are, and how God might be nudging you to use those in the marketplace today to be able to help other people. But I stand as an encourager. I stand as one to esteem you, to encourage you that you can do this. And if you're wondering where you can get started, or if you need to have something to help you get started in moving in your ministry, moving in your gifts, and in moving to touch in the lives of those that God has gifted you to target, then I want to introduce you to my digital business, my digital blueprint. It is a blueprint that has proven success, and it's not really all about the success. It's not all about, you know, building this empire or whatever. It's not all about that. It's about going forth and actually sharing your gift with the world, so that people can experience what you have to offer, that God is using you. And so I just want to share my gift with you, and let you share my gift of encouragement. But I also want to share this blueprint with you, a blueprint for success, that you can use alongside, to help you in building your business, or to just have the processes in place, because there's so much in this blueprint of mentoring, the mentoring community, the workshops and webinars and classes that are given to help support you, the automations, and it's no tech. You don't have to have knowledge of technology in order to use this blueprint, but it is a blueprint, a proven blueprint for people, and they have been successful. And I just want to offer that to you, and just want to encourage you to just know that right where you are, if God is nudging you, you have what you need. So get started today. So if you'd like to learn more about this blueprint, I want you to type more in the comments, and I just like for you to like and to subscribe so that you can follow me on this journey. I would love for you to follow me on the journey, because I want to see what the end will be, and I want you to see what the end will be. So I thank you for joining me and hearing my testimony, and I will see you next time. God bless.